Sunshine Sketches of a Little Town is a senile old man on the porch smiling with a lemonade, recalling glory days to his grandkids, not realizing he's confessing to stupidity and criminal behavior, thinking it's cute, but it's not. Okay, so Stephen Leacock wrote this book. It is supposed to be humor and humorous. It was written in 1912. Now, some background on how I ended up reading it. It was part of a Canadian literature class that I took at the U of S for a summer course that I needed for some more English credits. And yeah, not a fan. I'll tell you that right off the bat. Was not a fan, and we'll get into why right now. I mentioned it's supposed to be humorous. That is the genre. That is what Stephen Leacock was categorized as a humorist, and this being his most notable work, I believe, from my knowledge, was supposed to fit into that genre of just Canadian humor. Sunshine Sketches of a Little Town is supposed to be a humorous work about small town life in Canada, or specifically in Ontario. It is said to have all these archetypes of small town life and these characters that just exemplify who you'd find in any small town in Ontario or Canada. I've seen both things. People talking about how it's like this real Canadian thing or a very, very specifically Ontario thing, which would make it a Canadian thing, but you know what I mean. It's more specified to that local region. And oh boy. I find it annoying. I feel like the satire is meant to be cute, but it isn't. And it's... yeah, it's not for me. I think part of the reason that I don't like it is also because I don't understand it, and I don't respect it, because I just don't even understand what it's supposed to be doing. In a lot of cases, just because I don't get it, it doesn't lead to me not liking it. But I can't relate to this in any manner, and I don't understand how anyone else could relate to it. And I think part of my dislike for it is my confusion, is that this is supposed to be funny, and I'm like, how is it funny? There are, again, it's called sketches because they're basically like a bunch of little short stories collected in here, but it's all about one specific town, which is called Mariposa, which, if my Spanish is correct and I'm remembering, I believe that means butterfly. And before I should have double-checked this earlier, but I'm going to do it while I talk, because I am a fool, but I believe that, yes, it is butterfly. Good. I remember some things. I think that part of the reason that he decided to name it that, which is giving him some credit, I don't know if it's due or not, is that is a symbol of change, right? And one of my contentions with this book, with this collection of writings, is that these people don't change. Is that these people are expressions to... Again, this is me being like super judgmental and whatever else, but these people are just not quality people. The stories that they're telling, again, I feel like he's framing it as it's supposed to be cute. But these people don't learn anything. They don't grow. Sometimes they're engaged in criminal behavior, but it's meant to be like for the greater good. And like they're just idiots, and they do stupid things, and they have... Man, I'm going off. Like, they have stupid opinions, or they think that things are cool when they're not cool. And like, I think that the reader, for the most part, is supposed to know that these things are silly. I obviously judge them as more than just silly, but to me they're just not funny, and they're also not an accurate description of what I would call small-town Canadian life, because I spent my youth in a very small town with 2,500 people, and I don't feel like this represents that, so I feel like maybe it's more specifically to small-town Ontario, with the certain characters, I guess, that are in there. I definitely didn't get to know characters like this at my small town, although I really do understand a certain amount of conservatism in multiple ways in those characters, because I did see that in my small town, but I don't feel like these characters are rich, or the small town is rich with these beautifully filled out characters. I believe that the problem is that most of these characters are wooden and flat, and I don't get any enjoyment from them whatsoever. And part of it is because of me. I don't feel like I'm the target audience. I don't read a lot of books that are meant to be humorous. I like humor. I like laughing. There are times where books make me smile, and I enjoy them in that way, and they're fun. This isn't one of them. And I think this is a problem that is more unique to me, or people like me, that I just have very specific tastes with things, and humor's one of them. And I'm like, I know that this is meant to be fun, but it's not fun. These people are idiots and simpletons, and they aren't cute. Like, it's just not cute. Like, I think things are framed like, oh, they're so silly. Like, I don't want to give spoilers for it, but I also just hope you don't waste your time reading it. But maybe my description of it is making you want to read it. But I wouldn't. One critic called it enduring in a positive way, and I don't think so. I mean, it endures as a legacy of idiocy. I need someone to tell me why this book exists, who it's for, why it's seen as important, and why it's so significant, or what it does that's positive and good. Because I don't think that it's bad writing. Like, I think on a technical aspect, the writing is just fine. But it's not for me. Again, it's part of it is a target audience thing, and part of it is, again, me not understanding as like the audience that I am, that you know, I'm not understanding who that audience even is. Like, it's hard for me to even, like, it's weird to say that I disrespect the book, but I mean, like, there's some things that I don't like, but I'm like, hey, that is effective at doing what it wants to do, but it's just not doing something that I like, or it's just not for me. Again, like, it's not my thing. And that's okay, you know? But this thing is just like, I don't even know what it's trying to do. I just don't understand it. I think that it is more of a fault on me than the book itself, but I just don't get, like, or the author. Like, I think that it's not bad writing in a technical aspect. It's just that the content and what they are writing about and why misses the mark for me. I don't even know what it's supposed to be doing, but again, I feel like it's supposed to be cute, and it's not. I don't understand. I don't value it, I guess, is what it comes down to. So with that, I took it right off the shelf. I bought the text for this class I was taking, and years later, I was like, you know what? I don't need this book anymore. This is trashola, and I don't know. I think I left it somewhere just in case someone picked it up and wanted to read. I have a hard time, like, I don't want to throw away a book or recycle a book in that way. I'd rather just, like, give it away and someone can enjoy it if they're into that. But funny thing is, this copy that I have here was given to me by a friend as a joke, and I'm going to keep it forever because I love him. But yeah, as for rating this piece of work, I took it off the shelf. It's not for me. Again, I don't think the writing is technically bad. It is just, I'm not the target audience in any way, and I also don't understand the target audience. And there's other books that I don't enjoy that I've left on my shelf because I believe that there is some value in it. But for this, there's no value in it for me. It's not funny to me. It's just annoying because these people, to me, are despicable characters. And they're so unaware and ignorant and willfully so, I believe, that they just come across as frustrating. So, Stephen Leacock's Sunshine Sketches of a Little Town. Not for me.